Hi. Um, so there's quite a lot of arguments that people have against life extension. Um, the first one being that it's unnatural, which I don't really believe any of these arguments. Like, if I believe them, I wouldn't be a life extensionist. But first of all, there are a couple of species of life that can actually revert their age. I think a type of jellyfish at least. So that's not a completely correct argument in the first place. Also, like, anyone who's saying that aging is natural, like, they're probably gonna go to hospitals and get therapies and stuff to extend their life in the first place. So it's only like really a relative argument that they don't want that amount of life extension, but it's really in the absolute sense, it's just not very solid. Um, People like Schubert, they'll say like he crammed his whole life into 31 years, but I mean, it probably would have been better if these people had had, like a normal amount of years or even longer to, refine their arts and stuff. And if Mozart had been like 80 years old when he died, I think it would have been really amazing to see all of that work. So I think the same really extends to everyone. Like, longer lifespans would just help humanity be, more interesting, more productive. Um, they also say it could lead to overpopulation, but I think there's ways to deal with that. I don't think people want to be having kids for hundreds of years. They'd want a few kids, maybe want one more kid. You wouldn't necessarily need to allow people to have tons and tons of kids. And like, it would require a lot of social changes, but we've already changed society from having, like 6 or 10 kids to having one or two nowadays successfully. So I think society can, like, start to modify until it fits the new paradigms. Like, I think we could get the longevity research going more and more successful, and we could start solving these problems more so if they actually end up truly being problems in the first place. Like, why not get a head start on these issues?